In a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and a meandering river, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Rosie. Rosie had a heart as warm as the summer sun, and she had a special bond with the animals that called her village home. One cloudy morning, raindrops began to tap gently on the windows of Rosie's cozy cottage. The villagers sighed and decided to stay indoors, for they didn't want to get wet. But Rosie saw the rainy day as an opportunity for a different kind of adventure. With her bright yellow raincoat and trusty umbrella in hand, Rosie stepped outside into the drizzling rain. She loved the way the raindrops danced on her umbrella and how the air smelled fresh and earthy after a rain shower. Rosie believed that rainy days held their own kind of magic. As she strolled along the wet cobblestone streets of the village, Rosie heard a faint, distressed chirping. She followed the sound and discovered a small, drenched bird huddled under a tree. Its feathers were soaked, and it looked miserable. Without hesitation, Rosie gently scooped up the shivering bird and cradled it in her hands. She whispered soothing words to the little creature and promised to help it. Rosie knew just what to do. She rushed to her cottage and grabbed a soft, warm towel. Back outside, Rosie carefully dried the bird's feathers, taking care not to frighten it. She knew that the bird needed a safe place to stay until it was strong enough to fly again. Rosie decided to create a temporary shelter from a cardboard box, lining it with soft leaves and twigs. She placed the bird inside, naming it Sunny because she hoped to bring sunshine back into its life. Sunny chirped softly, seemingly grateful for Rosie's help. As the rain continued to fall, Rosie spent the day by Sunny's side, keeping the bird warm and offering it tiny morsels of food. She even played soft music to keep Sunny company. As the day turned into evening, Rosie noticed that the rain had stopped, and the sky was beginning to clear. It was time to release Sunny back into the wild where it belonged. With a smile, Rosie carried Sunny and the cardboard box to the edge of the village, near a lush green meadow. She gently opened the box, and Sunny hesitated for a moment before taking flight. Rosie watched with joy as Sunny's wings fluttered, and it soared into the sky, free once more. The villagers, who had stayed indoors all day, came outside to see Rosie's act of kindness. They were amazed by her compassion and the magical bond she shared with the little bird. From that day on, Rosie's rainy day rescue became a legendary story in the village. The villagers learned to see the beauty in rainy days and the opportunities they presented for acts of kindness and connection with nature. Rosie's love for animals and her warm heart continued to shine. She became the village's go-to animal rescuer, helping injured squirrels, lost kittens, and even a stranded turtle. Her kindness inspired others to care for the animals that shared their village, fostering a deeper connection between the people and the natural world. And so, in the quaint village where Rosie lived, rainy days were no longer dreary but filled with the promise of unexpected adventures, acts of kindness, and the magic of compassion. But Rosie's legacy of kindness and her love for animals continued to bring warmth and light to her village, where the rain was no longer just water from the sky but a symbol of hope and connection with the world around them. As Rosie continued to care for animals in need, her reputation as the village's animal rescuer grew. She even started a small shelter for injured and abandoned animals, with the help of the villagers who had been inspired by her kindness. Word of Rosie's sanctuary for animals spread beyond the village, and soon, people from neighboring towns and cities brought their injured or homeless pets and wildlife to her for help. Rosie's shelter became a place of healing and hope, where animals of all kinds found solace and care. One day, while tending to a young deer with a sprained leg, Rosie received a surprise visitor. It was Sunny, the bird she had rescued on that rainy day. Sunny had returned to the village, not as a small, shivering bird, but as a strong and vibrant adult. It was carrying a tiny bundle in its beak. With a joyful chirp, Sunny gently placed the bundle in Rosie's hands. It was a small, abandoned baby bird, just like Sunny had been when Rosie had rescued it. It seemed that Sunny had remembered the kindness it had received and had brought another bird in need to Rosie's care. Rosie was deeply moved by this act of gratitude and compassion. She lovingly took in the baby bird, and with Sunny's guidance, she nurtured it back to health. Rosie named the baby bird Hope, a symbol of the hope that kindness and love could bring to the world. Sunny and Hope became permanent residents of Rosie's animal sanctuary, serving as ambassadors of the love and compassion that filled the shelter. They often visited local schools, teaching children about the importance of caring for animals and the wonders of the natural world. As the years went by, Rosie's sanctuary continued to thrive, and her village became known as a place of kindness and love for animals. People came from far and wide to learn from Rosie and to volunteer at the shelter, and the village's connection with the natural world grew stronger. Rosie's legacy of compassion and her dedication to animals inspired future generations to continue her work. The shelter she had started became a permanent fixture in the village, ensuring that injured and homeless animals always had a safe haven. And so, in the quaint village where Rosie had once embarked on her rainy day rescue, the spirit of kindness, compassion, and the love for animals continued to flourish. Rainy days were no longer seen as dreary but as opportunities to make a difference in the lives of creatures in need. But Rosie's legacy of love for animals and the sanctuary she had created lived on, reminding all who visited the village that acts of kindness had the power to transform lives and create a world where both humans and animals could thrive together in harmony. As Rosie's animal sanctuary continued to thrive, it became a hub of love, care, and community. People from all walks of life came to visit, volunteer, and learn from Rosie's example of kindness and compassion. The shelter was not only a place of healing for animals, but also a source of inspiration for everyone who stepped through its doors. Rosie's fame as the village's animal rescuer spread even farther, and she received an invitation to speak at a national animal welfare conference. She gladly accepted, eager to share her experiences and inspire others to create shelters and sanctuaries of their own. At the conference, Rosie's heartfelt stories of rescues, her bond with Sunny and Hope, and her dedication to animals touched the hearts of everyone in attendance. People from all over the country were moved by her words and the positive impact she had made in her village. One of the attendees at the conference was a wealthy philanthropist named Mr. Johnson. He was deeply impressed by Rosie's work and her unwavering commitment to animals. After hearing her speak, he approached her with an offer. "I've been inspired by your story, Rosie," Mr. Johnson said. "I'd like to help you expand your sanctuary so you can rescue even more animals in need. Together, we can make a real difference in the lives of countless creatures." Rosie was overwhelmed with gratitude and agreed to Mr. Johnson's generous offer. With his financial support, the sanctuary grew into a state-of-the-art facility, equipped to care for a wide variety of animals, from injured wildlife to abandoned pets. The expanded sanctuary became a place of education and innovation. Rosie's shelter partnered with local schools to teach children about animal care, wildlife conservation, and the importance of kindness. They also conducted research on wildlife rehabilitation techniques, helping to advance the field of animal rescue and care. Over the years, Rosie's sanctuary became a national model for animal welfare and conservation. People from all over the country came to visit and learn from Rosie's example. The village, once known for its quaint charm, was now celebrated for its dedication to the welfare of animals. As for Rosie, she continued to be the heart and soul of the sanctuary, never losing her connection with the animals she cared for. She spent her days tending to the creatures in her care, sharing stories with visitors, and inspiring others with her unwavering love for animals. And so, in the village where Rosie had first embarked on her rainy day rescue, her legacy of compassion and kindness lived on, reminding all who visited that small acts of love could have a ripple effect, changing not only individual lives but entire communities. The end. But Rosie's sanctuary continued to flourish, creating a brighter future for animals and inspiring people to make the world a better place through acts of kindness and love.